Welcome everybody to episode 146 of the effing title. I'm Big Husky. Fedge isn't here tonight, so we just got Rob. Rob, how you doing?
Swell, you.
I'm doing alright. So last week was a thing.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
So looking back at last week, I went 11-4. Fedge went 10-5, and Rob, you hit a tasty 4-11.
You know, the NFL sucks. So this week, to make it correct again, I'm going to be flipping a coin, and if that does well, you know the NFL blows.
There we go. That's how far we have gone now for Rob to lose his sanity. Is now he's flipping coins. I got my actually hold up a second. Who did get their locks right? Let's take a quick look at that. Fedge was the only one that got his lock right. You picked the Jets, and for the first time in a couple weeks, the Jets lost. So that was kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
We're starting off with a short one this week, considering that we got 6 teams on a bye, and we'll get to that at the end here. Thursday Night Football tonight, whenever you're watching this. Eagles at Texans, and Fedge has locked the Eagles.
wow, really going out on a limb there.
Yeah, Fedge really going with the tough.
Well, you know what? The coin says the away team. So who's the away team?
The away team is the Eagles, so there we go.
Oh, the coin knows best.
Yeah, I mean Eagles across the board. I don't think anyone can seriously look at us and say Texans. So I mean,
Well, if the coin said it, I would have done it.
I mean fair. That's different than being just straight up honest with us. And yes, I am eating Pop-Tarts, everyone. All right.
Oh.
Chargers at Atlanta. Veg is picking Atlanta.
The coin has chosen the home team.
So Atlanta. I'm gonna go Atlanta too.
You know, it's not a bad choice. I mean, Atlanta showed some promise.
Well, that's
You
the
know,
thing is like it's just like the Chargers have on paper. This is a runaway game for the Chargers, right? Paper wise. However, that isn't what we've been seeing. So
no such thing as a runaway game for the Chargers.
that's what I'm saying. It's like when we think that they're gonna run away with one, they don't. So there is a runaway game. Those right here, Dolphins and Bears. Fed is going Dolphins.
I am also going with the away team. Tails it is.
Wow, this is all right.
So everyone knows how this is working. If it comes up heads, I go home team. If it comes up tails, I go away team.
I mean that's fair. I'm going Dolphins as well. I genuinely don't think you can go Bears. They got rid of their best defensive player and then brought in a wide receiver for a running back to throw the ball to. So
Yeah, real confusing what they're doing over there.
yeah, it's just like the Steelers. Steelers go out and trade away fucking Claypool and then bring in a fucking DB. It's like a lot of the trades. We'll talk about the trades at the end a little bit, but yeah, no, I don't think that you can in good faith say the Bears. Then we have Panthers at Bengals. I think this is going to be an interesting one because Fedge picked the Bengals, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm picking the Panthers.
Sorry, who's the home team again?
The home team is the Bengals.
Let's see. Fate has chosen the away team. I'm sorry.
All right, Panthers it is. You're with me.
Although the Panthers are playing much better football.
Well, that's my thing is that the Panthers.
PJ Moore is an idiot, but
Yeah, I mean,
other than that, they've been playing much better.
and that's the thing is that like I think that PJ is finally because did you hear what PJ Walker came out and said recently?
No.
He basically came out and said that like yeah, I was just kind of bouncing or like I was just kind of waiting out until the XFL came back so I could go play. Because he didn't think he was going to get a chance to play in the NFL. So now that he's playing and he's actually like he's playing pretty well. You know, I don't think he's doing terrible.
He's not playing bad.
I mean, you know what they won a game. They almost won another
Playing
game.
better than Tom Brady.
Let's see here. Let's go to Pro Football Reference. And let's see how he's doing so far this season. So far this season, he's played in 4 games. He's only started 3 of them, though. He has, let's see here. Oh, it doesn't give me a full fucking statistic. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So he's 1-2 as a starter, but as we were saying, he should be 2-1. 62% completion percentage. Not terrible for a fucking quarterback in the NFL. 600 yards in four games, 3 starts, right? And he's 3-1. So he's not turning the ball over.
Yeah.
Like he's playing solid football. I mean, you know this as well. I've been a huge fan of PJ since he was in the XFL. So I love the fact that he's getting a chance, and I love the fact that he's actually doing something with it too. So
yeah, I don't think he's a bad quarterback. He's just not. He's a tweener quarterback. He's like a Tyrod Taylor type. Where
he's one of the best backups in the league. It's one of those things.
Yep. But he is a backup.
He fits perfectly into the Chase Daniels, Tyler Huntley, like that grouping, right? Matt Schaub. Back in the day for some of the older fans.
He's not going to be like Matt Schaub, but yes.
Yeah. But like that sort of grouping, though.
Yes, I agree.
Packers at Lions. Fedge is going with the Pack.
Oh, it came up heads. My coin knows me. It wants the Lions.
It does. I genuinely don't know who to pick here. That's the thing, is like this is such a weird game because like beginning of the season, yeah, Lions all day. Let's go, baby. Right? But like both teams suck. I'm gonna go.
Not wrong.
I'm going Lions as well, and my whole reasoning is that they went out and they made things happen onto the trade deadline where the Packers did not.
That is very, very true.
That's all I got for that one. Speaking of another great game, Raiders at Jaguars. Fedge is going Jags. I am also going Jags.
Raiders at Jaguars, huh?
Yeah. Great game.
Tails it is. Give me the Raiders.
Ooh, okay.
Not too comfortable with that pick. Not a great pick, but
it's wild to me. The Raiders have so much talent, but for some reason, Josh McDaniels can't make it work.
I was talking about this with Jeff earlier too. I was like, I just don't get it.
Right? It genuinely doesn't make sense
At all.
because like the Jags, it kind of makes sense. They've been rebuilding for fucking years, and they just haven't had anything solid, right? Like even pieces solid.
Yeah.
The Raiders have had Derek Carr, Hunter Renfrow, a solid D line. Now they bring in Devonta Adams. It should have been a fucking slam dunk.
But coaching does. I just get baffled because coaching shouldn't. Bill Belichick's right. Coaching doesn't win you games; it loses you games. And right now, their coaching is just losing them games.
Indianapolis at Patriots.
Let's see, computer. Going with the home team. Win heads.
Pat's across the board then, because I'm also going Patriots. I can't trust Indianapolis.
With who? Like who? I don't even know how to pronounce the QB's name.
Ellinger.
Sure.
He's a Texas kid, right?
Yeah, he was a Texas kid.
Yeah, that's Ellinger. No, it's yet again another team that at the beginning of the year I'm like, awesome, they went out and got a fucking quarterback. Is it a solid?
Yeah, Colin, I'm gonna lock this one up.
You're gonna lock this one? All right.
I'll lock this one up.
I dig it. Like I said, Indianapolis went and got Matt Ryan. I was like, awesome, this team's gonna fucking steamroll everyone.
Psych.
Sorry. Bills at Jets. Shockingly, Fedge is going Bills.
Oh, the coin knows, baby. Bills.
So I'm gonna do this just to test my theory. I'm going
Okay.
to do this just to test my theory. I'm going Jets, Jets, Joe fucking Flacco, and I'm also locking them.
Yeah, this could be a big one for you.
Simply just to test my theory that if I lock the Jets, they win. That's the only reason why I'm testing this.
But I've got no argument. I
Like
think
I'm
it's
100% the Bills are going to win this game. However, if I'm ever going to pick a week to test it,
we have to test it. Have to.
Vikings at Commanders. Fedge is going in with the Vikes.
I'm going tails, so away team here.
Away team, so you're also going Vikes. You know what? I'm going to go Commanders.
I mean, I do like. I think the Vikings made a lot of good moves, and I think they are a team in the NFC that can make a real push at this thing if they can stay healthy. So
That's the thing. Right now, I think that if you look at the entire NFC, they're the team that potentially could challenge Philly. Right?
yeah, but besides Philly, it's wide open.
It really is. I mean, that's the wildest thing about it. I just like the Commanders getting Heineke in there. Heineke's playing well. The team's looking better with him there, which is funny. And it's just now going to be the fun new thing that we're going to talk about in the off season at some point about where does Carson Wentz get traded to next?
And there's no way somebody takes him after this failed experiment number 17.
I mean, true, but then there's going to be someone that will.
Yeah, there will be. There will be someone.
And that team's coming up in two games here. We're going to go Seahawks at Cardinals though next. Fedge is going Hawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks are like his team right now. Let's see.
I'm going Hawks as well.
We're going. Where's the game being played?
It's in Arizona.
Oh, I've got tails. Seahawks all day, baby.
I'm continuing my dislike of the Cardinals, especially with Kyler Murray continuing to run his mouth about his coach, at different points,
Yeah, I agree with you.
and just that team is just a shit show. Like you saw it in the game this past week. They went out and got Robbie Anderson, and their line still can't block. Like,
You mean he didn't fix their offensive line? That's weird.
right? Very weird.
I really thought that was gonna fix it.
You never know, right? Have him motion in, be another blocker. Come right up behind the center, help him out a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a good move.
Rams and Buccaneers. This was the thing that I was saying about with Carson Wentz. I could see if Stafford or Brady retire after the season, Wentz could go to either one of these teams as like a bridge quarterback.
Yeah, I could see that.
Right? Literally either one of these teams. But Fedge is going to go with the Buccaneers here. As much as I want to go Buccaneers, I'm going to go Rams, and I'm going to go Rams for one reason. I think that we're going to see a weird voodoo effect happening with the whole Brady divorce thing, and Brady's playing is going to be just worse and worse and worse as the season now goes on.
Yeah, that very well could happen. 100%. I mean, I got tails here, but I could easily see that one. I'm with you on that one. That could easily be a thing. And I just, both these teams are just going the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Since they're Super Bowls, they're going the wrong way.
Factual. Sunday Night Football. This is to me, this is a bore fest. It's Titans at Chiefs. They're just going Chiefs.
Wow, dude, the coin actually was on point today. We got heads.
Jesus, you're going Chiefs too? All right. I'm
My
going,
new thing, man.
I'm going Titans.
Oh, you're high.
I don't like Mahomes. I don't like Tannehill either. But Malik Willis, maybe, can do something.
Sure.
That's about the best I got for you, man. I don't like the Chiefs. So maybe
the Chiefs win by 30.
Probably. It's either going to be the Chiefs. It's either going to be the Chiefs win by 30, or this is an 80-point game. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I can see that.
Monday night is going to be a barn burner. Ravens at Saints. I'm going Ravens. Fedge is also going Ravens.
Tails also going Ravens. Wow, this coin. This is the thing.
Yeah, your coin today fucking really just, yeah. No, Ravens have had a, what, let's see, they played last Thursday and now they're playing Monday.
Yeah, and they just got the best linebacker in the league.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you know what the funniest part about it is something that I saw today. They got they got the best run. Jeez, I just have four different positions. They got the best linebacker in the league, right? You know who the number 2 best linebacker in the league is via Pro Football Focus?
Patrick Queen.
Pat Queen. So now technically we have 1 and 2. Apparently, Roquan Smith has 78 tackles.
You misread that. It's 83.
Oh, is it 83 now? Okay. I was watching a TikTok where Patrick Queen was on the sidelines talking about it. So it must have been during last week.
It
Still,
was
absolutely absurd stat.
so many tackles.
That means he's making 10, 11 tackles a game for everyone out
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Like,
it's unbelievable. Just watching him in the game against the Patriots, it was unbelievable.
I think it was very interesting that we went out and got him. It doesn't surprise me, though, thinking about it after a while. But by teams, though, this week, we got Browns, Cowboys, Broncos, Giants, Steelers, and Niners. Out of those, which 2 do you think is the best for having a bye week right this second?
Mm. Mm. Honestly, I'm going to say the Browns because I think, and I know I say this every time, but I do think talent-wise they are a team that should be. People should be afraid of them. Like they could easily right this ship and freaking.
Well, we saw them just take it to the fucking Bengals, like
Yeah, and it wasn't even that close.
with Jacoby. Even a non-playing Deshaun Watson should technically be better than Jacoby.
Exactly. Right? So, I mean, you just think of everything that can come out of this team. Like, they could be filthy.
So I think that the Giants are in an interesting spot after having they just lost this past weekend, I do believe.
The Giants, yeah, I mean, that one is interesting.
Because it's to me it's interesting because they're on a run that no one saw happening, and it's now the midway point of the season, and they potentially could be making a potential 2-round playoff run.
Yeah, it's true.
Where the team that you have to assume that when those guys all came in there, they were like, all right, let's win a couple games, right? Establish what we're doing, and then we'll figure it out next year. Now they're like, oh my god, we're fucking winning.
Yeah, it definitely changes the mentality of things. That's for sure.
Broncos is the biggest shit show in all of shit shows, so that one, whatever. Same with the Steelers.
Hold on.
Yep. So I do believe though, that the Giants, like I said, the Giants I think are going to have a good one. Browns are also in a good position right now with the bye, with where they're at. Broncos, after trading Chubb to the Dolphins, it's just that to me feels like almost a potential we're giving up trade. Same with the Steelers. Steelers went out and traded away and then brought someone in. I will say this. I think that the Steelers got the better end of that deal. I think that Chase Claypool is highly, highly overrated. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that second-round pick that they had and see what they can do with it. But as of right now, while I'm in a little mute moment, let me know what you guys think. What did you guys think of the trade deadline? Right? Was there any big trades that happened that surprised you, or did you kind of assume some of these? What is a trade that you thought was going to happen that didn't happen that you thought should have happened? Right? That's another one. For me, I was hoping potentially that the Ravens would go out and trade for Jerry Jeudy, but that did not happen. So it's one of those things where it's interesting seeing exactly how this stuff works and who goes after what and what trades happen, right? And while we talk about that, let's actually bring up the trades. Uh, biggest winners, losers. Let's take a look here. Trade tracker. All right, so the Bills went out and got a safety. They got Dean Marlowe. Atlanta went out and got Rashad Fenton. The Bills swapped running backs with Indianapolis. We went out and got Naheem Hines. That's an interesting one, especially talking with Fedge, who is a Bills fan. He didn't really fully understand why they would do that. This is the one that's weird. Is that the Broncos trade away Bradley Chubb, right? And then they bring in Jacob Martin. Like, why? I don't like. At that point, just go out and get another just go get another outside back or go find one, right, in the free agency pool. Like, there's no, like, why would you go out and trade for one? Especially when, like, they got Martin in a fifth and they got a four, and the Jets got a fourth. So I don't get that. And Jeff Wilson is reuniting with McDaniel down in Miami. The Jaguars traded for Calvin Ridley, which is a wild one. When healthy, that could be a wild wide receiver there for Trevor Lawrence. Chubb heading to, as we were just talking about, Chubb heading to Miami. Miami got Chubb in a fifth. Denver receives a first and a fourth, and Chase Edmonds. So, Steelers add a corner, Will Jackson. They trade away Chase Claypool for a second. That's a good one. The worst trade, I think, of the entire thing right here is T.J. Hawkinson getting traded for a second and a third. And they also gave up a fourth and a potential another fourth. To me, I don't like this trade because if you look where the Lions are probably going to be looking at quarterback this next draft. And as I've said before, a top 10 tight end helps a young quarterback so much. So getting rid of Hawkinson, I don't know about that. The Ravens acquired Roquan Smith. We didn't get anything other than Roquan. We just got Roquan. And they gave up A.J. Klein a second and a fifth. A lot, but for the best linebacker in the league, yeah, we'll take it. Chiefs add Kadarius Toney for a third and a sixth. Eagles added Robert Quinn. Cowboys added Jonathan Hankins, which is a kind of an underrated one. Jets added James Robinson, obviously, as we know. Christian McCaffrey trade, the Robbie Anderson trade, which we just made a joke about. Cleveland got Deion Jones, so Atlanta kind of, getting out of stuff. And the Raiders added early season trades. This was September 21st. They added Justin Herron. I don't know why that's on this for this list here, but Browns GM Andrew Berry confirms Deshaun Watson will start at quarterback when his return is eligible. He's eligible to return week 13. He's already back at the team facility though this week, or since week 10. No, since October 10th. Yeah, so that's where we're at there. But so that's the trades that I've thought of anyway. What did you think so far of the trades that were made?
I thought there were a couple confusing ones with teams that there are a few teams that, even though they were doing decent to begin the year, they committed to the rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bears. The Bears quite simply did a trade that was strictly for salary cap reasons, and then getting draft picks, and then people like the Lions, just again, not being under contract anymore, things like that, just to get out of that situation. Makes sense. It's a long-term picture, which can be frustrating for fans, but at the same time, it's understandable. It's just, yeah, it's frustrating when you're supporting those teams and they're trading away some of their better players just to shave some salary cap space.
Also, very interesting. Like you were saying, it's interesting with the salary cap stuff because like you trade away For instance, the Bears, they trade away Roquan Smith because of contract stuff, right? And the fact that he just doesn't want to be there. But then you bring in Chase Claypool, who's probably going to be, his contract's going to be within the next year or two, right?
Yeah, he's got 1.5 years left.
Yeah, so like that's an odd one because like you're basically just trading cap for cap. The other one that I thought was kind of, oh, to me this is weird. The Broncos trade Chubb,
Yeah, that is the big question mark one.
right? So one the fact of trading Chubb, right? Yes, they got a first, a fourth, and Chase Edmonds.
But you spend all that money on Russell Wilson. You think that they're trying to go all in, and then they trade away one of if not their best defensive player.
So it's the aspect of that, but then also I don't know if you know this or not, Rob. They traded for a pass rusher.
Yeah, he's a no. Yeah, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. It's like why would you trade away Chubb and then go out and just trade for some random guy?
Unless it's strictly because of the Russ contract that they can't afford Chubb anymore. Maybe they literally can't afford him, and they have to get rid of him because they have no chance of re-signing him. And it's, do you want to lose him for nothing?
I mean that's fair. I mean, well, so I guess I'm more talking about the why would you go out and trade for Jacob Martin instead of just going and finding someone either one free agency or two getting someone off a practice squad?
Oh, I'm with you 1,000%.
So this is Martin's stats this year. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Martin has played in 8 games. He hasn't started any of them. He's only played in 8 games. He has 8 tackles, and he has 1.5 sacks.
Oh, so he's good.
You can find that off of fucking almost anyone that's probably in the free agent market right now.
Yeah, probably.
That's the thing that's the second part of it that's weird to me is that you go out and trade away your best defensive player, right? Like we just said, probably because of the faux fucking Rust thing. But then you go out and trade for a DN that hasn't done much of anything, like to replace him.
That's the question. Like, did you do it to replace him, or are you doing it just to do it?
Doing it because, oh shit, we don't have another DN now.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, the rest of them were kind of routine, random. Like side trades that we always see every year. With another one being funny of the Falcons trading Calvin Ridley. That was hilarious to me.
Really good move by the Falcons too.
Very good move. For a conditional 5th this year, and a conditional 2nd in 2 years. Great. I think it's a great trade. Period. I think this is one of the best trades in the entire thing. Because Jacksonville potentially could get a number 1 guy, and Atlanta potentially has 2 picks for a guy that they obviously don't want and haven't been able to use. So
I'm with you. I think it's genius. I thought that was the smartest and coolest trade of the entire day.
Fetch did that to me yesterday while we were fucking playing Apex, and I was like, wait, what? They can do that?
Yeah, right. I mean, he's got a gambling problem, so you got to work on that. But other than that,
he knows how to play ball.
The guy's really good too. Like,
worst trade, I'm still going with the Hawkinson one, or you know what? I'm even going to go with the Robert Quinn one because you just gave Philadelphia one of the best old DNs for a 4th round pick.
Oh, the Robert Quinn one's way worse.
And now that you think about that as well, so that team's already bad enough as it is. Now they just got rid of Roquan and Robert Quinn within a week period, the 26th, and then the 1st. Yep, within a week-long period, you get rid of 2 of your best defensive players.
Yeah, it was real confusing.
Bears fans, you just keep on doing your Bear things. We love it over here. All right, that's what we got though. Any last words, Rob?
Yeah, the NFL better figure out their whole teams not being competitive thing because it's getting old.
Mm-hmm.
But
The fact
yeah,
that one of the biggest talking points of the NFL season right now is how we should be getting free Amazon Prime because of how bad these games have been.
yeah, it's there's just such a drastic fall off between the good and the bad.
And it's funny because like at the beginning of the season, it was very much like I would say up until like maybe week 3, it was like okay, every team's kind of doing their thing, and then fast forward like 5 weeks, and it's like all right, this is just a fucking absolute shit show now.
Yeah, it is.
But let us know how your guys' picks are going at home down in the comments. So let us know how you guys are doing. And as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, evening, night, stay out, stay safe, and
remember, the coin will do no wrong.
talk to y'all later. Bye.